Good evening. This is Miss Margaret again, and welcome back to Midlife Priceless. This is the latest installation as of April 5th for um, Midnight Oil. So, tonight I've been sitting here watching YouTube like all of you, and I'm about to light this Palo Santo. If you don't know about it, it really cleans the air. It smells wonderful. I've been getting into aromatherapy lately, and I love it. It's got the smell, it's got everything. It doesn't have that heady smell that you get with incense. And by the way, incense has a way of just making my sinuses go berserk. And I don't like it. So I light a little piece of Palo Santo, let it burn a little bit, and then I'll snuff it out, and they call it smudging. So I'm going to be smudging very shortly. See how it just flickers, and then there we go. Yes, a nice smell in the room. And I put it on a ceramic dish. I really want a marble one so that it doesn't heat up. This is okay for now, but eventually I'll find what it is I'm looking for. So, oh, she's smoking for real, isn't she? I look like I'm in a fog. Let me move it to another side so that it doesn't drift across my face like that. How you doing? How's everybody? How are you doing? I hope you're well. And I hope my Bluetooth isn't connected and trying to do stuff. Let me turn that off. I have a JBL speaker. It's called the Clip. I love this thing. It gives off serious sound, and it's so small it can fit into my purse if I want to just go out to the park or something like that, and listen to music. It's Bluetooth enabled, so you can just and it powers up really fast, and the battery lasts a long time. I got mine from Marshalls. I caught one on the discount table. I think I paid $24 for it, but then when I go online to look for it, it's more like $60. So you got to be on top of things. So I've given people time to get in the room. Welcome in, welcome in. Again, welcome back to Midlife Priceless. This is Miss Margaret speaking with the Midnight Oil. It's Sunday night, and last week was really rough for me. Um, a thousand reasons why, but it doesn't matter. The main thing is I got through it, and now I've spent the weekend being selfish. I took myself on a road trip, and I took myself out today. I wanted to play pool. I wanted to just breathe some air. And I went down to the shore or over, is it down? I guess south. So I went down to the shore just to breathe the salty air, which was nice. I miss being at the ocean all the time. By the way, like, subscribe, comment, and share, please. I appreciate the support. I can't believe I have so many followers and subscribers at this point, but apparently I'm saying something that worth hearing. So thank you if you're a member, or rather not a member, but a subscriber already. And hopefully one day I will pass the litmus test for having members. What do you think? All right. So what's on my mind tonight? Let's start with Usher. Usher Raymond. Did you see that video? It's him performing. He has on a big black furry coat, and he's serenading a woman in the audience who, I mean, this is a huge stadium apparently, but they have the VIP tables around the stage where he can walk by and converse with his fans and so on. Well, he picks out this one lady and she comes over to him and he's singing to her, as Usher would do. And he's quite he's still a bit of a symbol that begins with sex, symbol. Um, so he's really socking it to her vocally. And she is so weak in the knees. She goes down and she's sinking down and she is just feeling it. At some point, I guess, in the show, there's something that he does with cherries, and he picks a couple of cherries out of a bowl, I guess, or whatever. And you know how cherries dangle, and you typically see two cherries on a stem? He holds the cherries by the stem and dangles them over her mouth. And she's busy lapping it up and giving it all the action. Can you imagine? It was entertainment. Let's be clear. It was entertainment. It was adult natured entertainment, but it was entertainment. And as they say, when you go to a Usher show, you better know something. Look how much trouble Keke Palmer got in fooling around with Usher when she was pregnant. And I don't know if she sang with him or danced with him. I don't know what they did. I don't really follow every show and all of that. I know that Usher got married, I think, was it last year or this year? I can't remember. But they say that he really gives the ladies the time of their lives. But now here's the thing. Apparently, her husband is upset because this video has gone viral. And after 18 or 20 years of marriage, I can't remember which, he now wants a divorce. He says she never kisses him in public, let alone licking on cherries like they're the anatomy of a partner. I have to watch my mouth on YouTube. I know how to say the words, but YouTube doesn't like those words. And so I'm hot now. Here comes a flash. Listen, I have this cardboard right here for a reason. It is the best fan. I have pretty fans that go with my dresses, but mama's hot right now, so cardboard is doing the thing. If you don't know what's happening to me right now, keep living or ask your grandmother. She'll tell you why Miss Margaret got hot all of a sudden. Okay? So anyway, Usher goes on and there's a public debate, I guess, on YouTube at least, about whether or not the husband has the right to be upset. But if you watch the video, you know that she was giving it her all. And I mean her all. I don't know if her husband should be so upset as he is embarrassed. And maybe that's what this is really all about for him. Because in truth, I think that she's a bored wife. That's my impression. She's not thirsty. She has a husband. But she was out to have a good time with her girlfriends. And I think she was a really good sport about the whole thing because it's not like she ran up to the stage and was pawing and trying to grab at him and, oh, Usher, me, me, me. She wasn't a pick me at all. He picked her. And she was going along with the show. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Okay, he's embarrassed. I understand that. But um divorce? Come on now. But then I also hear that these girls who are paying to take a picture with my homeboy Chris Brown, they're getting into trouble at home too with these boyfriends and husbands that don't appreciate it. So long story short, this whole business with Usher is, I'm telling you this to frame what I'm about to say. Why do I say she was bored? Because men, you all got to get it together. I'm just going to tell you straight up and straight out. That's it and that's all. You got to get it together. Read your woman. Learn to read your woman. If she wants to go out and she keeps saying, "Oh, I'd like to do this," or "Oh, I wonder what that's like," or "Wouldn't you like to take a class?" Even if you don't want to, try. And it's okay to say you have some, I don't think I'll like it, but if you want to go, I'll go with you. And give it your all when you go. Don't sit there griping and complaining, ready to go when you are, and all that kind of talk. It's very irritating. I'm just going to tell you the truth. And I have a feeling men feel the same way about women who don't want to do anything, or they just want to sit and look and blink. Oh my goodness. If you are partnered with or interested in a person who's active, you better understand, and I mean right away, that it won't last long unless you are an active person or willing to activate. Doesn't mean you have to do something all the time, but stop thinking that women can't wait to jump on your hamster wheel and do what you do all the time. You're going to have to compromise. And I find the older I get, the less compromising these men are. And I'm not talking about just socially. I'm talking about just setting their ways. Oh, you go out to eat. Well, we can eat this at the house. We'll get takeaway. I don't want takeaway. I don't want to heat up my food in your microwave. I want to eat in the restaurant where I pick the food up. And stop complaining all the time. You know, I'll share this with you. I went to dinner with a friend, and we get to the restaurant. Before we can even park the car, I'm being questioned. Well, what do you want? What do you want to order? I said, I don't know. I haven't seen the menu. Well, we get into the lobby, or where the host is at the welcome area, the concierge stand, or whatever you want to call it. These franchises, you know how they are. So I greet him. Well, the greeter, the host, greets me, and we're having a nice little tete-a-tete. We're having a little conversation. How you doing? Fine. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I want, is what I said to him. And he's looking over my shoulder and telling me about the different menu items. Well, what kind of food do you like? Are you a person that likes a red sauce, a white sauce, or do you want chicken, fish, beef? All the things. When I turn to my friend, I look up and he's over at Takeaway. You could have bought me for a nickel. I walked over. I said, Takeaway? He said, yeah, we can get the house. Well, then why didn't we do DoorDash is my question. The hell? So anyway, food ordered, receipts exchanged, signatures and all. And I said, well, while we're waiting for the food, why don't we go sit at the bar and have a glass of wine? There's a game on. And, I'm trying to enjoy the moment, right? And trying to enjoy it with him. Hmm. You know what he told me? I got wine at the house. This is a man that's not trying to understand who he's with, or does not care to know who he's with. So anyway, I went along with it. Uh, so we leave. He said, well, we can wait outside instead of sitting in the restaurant. And I said, oh, okay. So now, if you know me, outside means outside. For this gentleman, outside meant going to sit in the car to wait for the food. I skirt and sat on the outdoor seating that they had. And he sits down. You want to sit out here? I said, yes. I like being outside. He grunts, sits down, and then starts complaining about the chair. This wrought iron stuff is cold. I didn't even answer. So I'm making conversation and talking about whatever. And He then says, "What's the breeze is blowing out here? It's chilly. I'm gonna go sit in the car." Stands up as if I'm supposed to stand up and follow. And when I haven't moved, he looks over his shoulder and says, "You're free to join me." I said, "No, thank you. I'll be here when the food comes out." And there I sat. Now, fast forward, and I said to him later at a neutral time, long days, if not a week later, I said, "The next time we get food from a restaurant, do you think maybe we could just sit inside?" Oh my God. I had to get a 10-minute explanation about why he prefers to take the food home. Something about when COVID was rampant. I. Well, COVID is no longer as rampant as it was. So what's the excuse? With all that, the takeaway should have been I need to take her out to a restaurant at some point and stop doing I have to do it her way sometimes. Doesn't mean he has to do it my way all the time, but he needs to do it my way sometimes. That's the takeaway. Again, this is also true of socializing with people other than one another. I love dancing. I love Chicago stepping. If you don't know what it is, look it up. And it doesn't, there's no G on stepping. Chicago stepping. I love dancing. It's not only fun, it's a great workout. It can be liberating because your mind is on the dance and not on your problems and what time is it and all those things that are part of your daily life. The other part about stepping I love is that we also have a lot of theme parties. And at these theme parties, you might find it's the red and white event. Or in DC, when the cherry blossoms are blooming, there's a pink and white event. And that's male and female. Everybody puts together outfits to see how creative they can be with the colors. I am a typically I will buy anything if it fits and if it looks good, whether I know where I'm wearing it or not. I may not know when the event is coming. I may not know what I'm going to wear with it, shoes, pants, skirt, whatever. I'll buy it. Now, I don't break the bank with it because the other thing about Chicago stepping is, like I said, it's great exercise. You are going to sweat and you are going to leave it on the dance floor. Believe that if you're dancing for real. And so, for me, it is a stress relief when I go dancing. To be with someone that wants to reduce it to the thought process and the belittlement. Oh, I left my club days long ago. This is not clubbing, it's dancing. But where else am I supposed to dance? In the bathroom? Of course you're going to go out to a venue to dance. What do you mean that you so petty and small minded about something that's so grand? So men here again, and I can only speak as a woman. I'm sorry. I know men go through this sometimes too, but honestly, boring. Don't ruin things that I enjoy because you don't know how to enjoy it. And if in fact you're such an interesting person, then why don't you suggest something? I'm just saying. Another area where I feel and have observed men fail to read his woman correctly is intimately. Just because I'm in arm's reach does not mean that I want you to put your hands on me every 5 minutes. That's so childish. So childish. A boy in his what do they call that stage? When boys grow up. I can't even think right now. I'm so heated about the thing. Oh God, a boy in his adolescence, can't wait to feel up a girl. At my age, and if you're an adult of any age, keyword being adult, why do you keep putting your hands on me when I don't look like I'm even thinking about that? Or do I look like I'm thinking about it? Maybe I need to change my countenance and then you'll walk around looking mean and angry. Why? But don't take every opportunity that you can find to pat, touch, squeeze, you know, feel it up and intrude. It's women are not this is when women try to explain they feel objectified. It's because they're not being considered in the grand total. And gentlemen, if you are taking that little blue pill, understand that pill only affects you. That pill only motivates you. You still have to put in the work with her to make her want to be with you. Seriously. And the older you get, the more you will find women need to miss you a little bit. Don't be so ready and, ever ready. Hot, hot, hot to go. We're not, there comes a point. It's just, it's irritating, frankly. I'm just being honest. So the whole idea here is compromise. I mean, I know how to start my own engine if I need to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't always need you to come and jump start me. If I don't look like I'm in the mood for that, then approach with caution. Don't assume anything because somebody's about to get their feelings hurt. It might be me even. Right? So think about that. Think about that. What have I done to overcome the situation? Well, what I've done and what I would advise others to do is go your own way. Don't let someone else set the pace, set the priority, regulate the hamster wheel for you. You do your own. Go at your own pace. Do the things you like to do, up to and including leaving said individual behind. That's what I do. I've said it before. When you feel your worst, look your best. And you know what? When you feel your best, look your best. Today, I put on a dress that you would not believe. I was slaying all up and down these Tallahassee streets. Trust me. I look cute. I really did. And I didn't know how cute I looked until someone took a picture. I'll post it in my on my channel under the community part. But I'm telling you, I was killing that dress, baby. It was such a nice dress that the women looked me up and down and they struggled, but they couldn't be mad. They know I look cute. The men let me know that I look cute. The waiter let me know that I look cute. And I felt cute because I was cute. And I have the receipts and the pictures. I have the receipts to show. I had a good day. From there, I went to play pool, going to shoot pool, which is also what I did yesterday when I went to the shore. If you go back to my post from yesterday, you'll see I did a live around. Well, I tried to. Let me tell you something. These national forests will take that signal. I give up. I've learned the hard way. First, get to where you're going and then start filming if you're going to be driving around Florida. Because once you go into the national forest, signal for who? The deer and the rabbits? No signal, no live. My signal fizzled out as soon as I was driving, as soon as you enter the national forest vicinity, no signal. But a lot of you did chime in and tune in and join me, and I really appreciated it. It was fun. I was trying to talk about some of the latest events and things going on in the news. I'm still mad about Sesame Street. That's a very serious matter to me. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a message from me to you. Hands off Sesame Street, honey. Leave that alone, okay? Go find something else to destroy. All right. So now, why go your own way? It might be obvious to you, but I don't want you to go into it with an abruptness or anger. Go into it because there are some benefits to going your own way. Going your own way got me to learn about Palo Santo. I had gone to have a Reiki session. And by the way, I said Reiki massage. That is incorrect. I'm still learning. Please forgive me. I had a Reiki session and I actually invited the same guy, the one I told you. And what response did I get? Nah, that doesn't sound like anything that I know about or I want to know about. You go and let me know how it went. Ridiculous. Anyway, first of all, when you go your own way, it raises your self esteem. You come to value yourself, you come to value your own thoughts, your confidence goes up exponentially, and other people start to respect you because they see it in you. For good reasons, under one. The second reason is because you get to meet new people. And I'm an introvert. I'm a sociable introvert, but I'm an introvert. And please don't confuse that with being shy. Those two different things. Look it up, Google it. But as an introvert, I shouldn't say but, and as an introvert, it's important to me that I have meaningful conversations. Once it turns into trite or just kicking the can down the street, yeah, complaining, basically. If I can't learn anything from you, this is going to be a very short conversation. Meeting new people opens your mind. You learn so much talking to people who come from a different experience than you. I can talk to a janitor, I can talk to a CEO. It's all conversation to me, and I enjoy all of it. The other reason you want to go your own way is because you need to send your offending partner a message that everything doesn't begin and end with you. You are not my alpha and omega. You're going to, get with it or live without it. We have a saying back in the day, crap or get off the pot. And you know the real word, right? Don't just sit there. Make up your mind to do something or move on. And that's how I feel about people these days. If you really are not into anything, then you be not into anything on your time and in your space. Don't come into my space with that. I'm not here to just be on pause until you give me permission to put it on play. You remember in school they talked about peer pressure. I know that was something we talked about in health in high school. Even when we talked about the stages of maturing emotionally, peer pressure, giving into peer pressure, I was never somebody who succumbed to that, and I'm very proud of that. Of course, that makes me non compliant with a lot of people. But I would never be able to join, for example, a sorority. I just don't think I'm sorority material, because you have to go along to get along. And I'm just not that person. You have to know yourself. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm not contrary. I just have my own opinions and thoughts, and the way I want to do things. And I'm determined to do it that way, because we have how many lives to live? I think it's only one. I haven't seen anybody come back with a return ticket. So, peer pressure is something, when we talk about adolescence, that's what we think about. Oh, she just wants to be part of the group. You know, this happens in our 60s. Did you know that? It's a real thing. Well, Margaret, I don't know why you want to ride that motorcycle. You gonna get yourself hurt out there on that thing. Margaret, it's so many men in the pool hall. That's a seedy place for a woman to go. Well, where am I supposed to play pool? At church? I haven't been to a church that got a pool hall yet. If they did, I'd be happy to go. In truth. Margaret, that Reiki, it just sounds like some hocus pocus, some voodoo. I don't know why. You cannot imagine the things that I have to listen to when I involve other people. This is, if I go out to dance, I go alone, because I don't want to hear that you're ready to go. I don't want to know that this is boring. It's hot. I don't know. I don't know. Well, what time are we going? Listen, you drive your car and meet me there, and that way you can arrive and depart at your leisure and not mine. Stop trying to control me. What my friend Ron say, don't try to control me. You can't control me. It is so funny when he does it. I'm not good at it, but he cracks me up when he does that. The other reason you want to follow your own rhythm, or establish your own rhythm, is because you do need to break a routine. And as soon as that rhythm gets too steady, you break it up again. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I say the same thing about routines. They make you dull, dull, dull. I have taken so many classes by now to scare you. I have taken classes for manicure, nail technology. I've taken that class because I wanted to learn how to paint on a really small canvas, and it's wearable art. I love it. I have taken, as you know, my motorcycle class, and I'm going to take it again because Mama wants to ride. Um, I have taken sewing. I have taken classes in aerobics. I have taken classes. What else have I taken? Well, it's a user group really, but I've taken workshops, classes for writing, creative writing. I have, I won't tell you. I took a pole dancing class. I'm serious. Yes, I'm serious. And it was so much fun. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I could do all of that. I can't climb to the top, shimmy to the top, and slide down like a, whatever, like an acrobat, but that was fun. That was a lot of fun. If you can go to a pole fitness class, go. You are going to have a ball. Ladies, you're going to have a ball. Men, can't tell you much. It's a lot of fun. It's money well spent, and it's time well spent with your friends and people who are like-minded, who have the energy and are active people. So that's another one. Um, Another reason you want to get into things and follow your own rhythm and your own path is because it combats depression. A lot of times, especially with diabetics, depression is, is just part of the story. It just comes. And the best thing to do, or the best advice I've gotten for my diabetes, I'm not a physician or anything, I'm just telling you my approach, has been to just go for a 10-minute walk. You'd be surprised how it lifts your spirit. You get more energy. It brings down your blood glucose, which is one of the reasons you're depressed. And you just feel energized. And you feel like you can do something. Well, what do I do now? I need something to do. It's great. And it's uplifting to your spirit. So along with dressing your best, looking your best, take care of yourself more. Like I did a video, you might have seen it. I was talking about my hair. After taking all of this chemo, my hair thinned out miserably. It was so dry and it was just terrible. And it started to become a part of my face. My face started looking old and I could see it. I even complain about this squint thing I do here. This is not as bad, not nearly as bad as it was about a month ago because I made myself conscious of it. And what I did was I've tried to reverse the natural inclination to squint. I constantly tell myself, ask myself, are you squinting? Stop. Are you squinting? Stop. And that's helped. But I've also been working so hard to moisturize my hair and get it back to its fighting weight. It has really picked up, believe me. I was putting my hands in my scalp the other day, and honest to God, I was surprised. I stopped. It was such a difference that I actually stopped and thought about it because I just couldn't believe. Because right in here, I'm telling you, it was just terrible how my hair had thinned. But me having a better outlook and doing some things and getting out, breaking a sweat, getting all the toxins out of your body, it works wonders. It works wonders. I would never discourage anyone. I'm into water sports, and that's been a challenge here in Tallahassee. That water is terrible looking to me. I've been in the Caribbean too long. I need some clear water. And so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I used to swim laps at the Y when I was in my hometown of Richmond and Richmond, Virginia, not Richmond, California. And I used to swim laps at the Y every day. I did a mile. I'm sorry. Yeah, a mile. I lapped out a mile and it was wonderful. It was really, really good. So special shout out to Michael Phelps because watching him swim, I learned how to do that kick and turn to go back to the other end without breaking my stride. Oh my goodness. Mama can swim. Um, I think that's everything. I don't want to hold you too long. What has been? See, I did the brow thing. Let's see, 38 minutes. I think that's long enough. If you're just joining, I hate to tell you, but I'm about to log out, log off, post this video. If you will, whether you comment now or later or privately to yourself, ask yourself how many things, list them on a sheet of paper. How many things have you given up that you wish you hadn't because they were part of your spirit, part of your identity, part of your life, part of what keeps you motivated, some of the things that made you an interesting person? I'll tell you another challenge that is really hard is to write a list of 25 things that you like about yourself. I've tried it and it's not as easy as you think. As an example, you can't say, I like I like my shoes. That's not you. You are not your shoes. You also cannot break down what is actually a lump sum item. If you like your style, say you like the way that you style yourself. But don't start breaking it down into I like my hair, my nails, my toe, my eyelash. No, 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 no. That doesn't count. You like the way you groom yourself? Grooming. That's one. Now, go to the next one. You will probably tap out around 10 or 12. Those last 5 to 8 difficult, very difficult. Do you like your sense of humor? Do you like uh, the way you make people feel? What is coming from you to the world, whether it's what the world sees or experiences with you? Can you list 20 things? I challenge you thusly. How are we? Yeah. I'm still hot. And oh, in case you're wondering, the Palo Santo, it smokes for a moment and then it puts itself out practically. I know that's not true, but it is true. It goes out. It doesn't just sit there and burn all night like a stack of wood. It's not a fireplace wood, okay? But it does cleanse the air. It brings peace of mind and clarity, I believe. Even tonight, just talking, I find my stream of consciousness has been more direct and clear cut for me in my head. And I hope I sound better. I hope I'm speaking truth to someone. If you are a man, which for whatever reason, my channel attracts a lot of men. But if you're a man listening to this and you are not guilty of some of the things that I have mentioned, but your partner is, maybe just share the video and say, what do you think about what Miss Margaret's talking about? Yeah. And just get some feedback because you'd be surprised what's on someone else's mind. They think that they're doing things to please you when in fact they're just aggravating the I almost said something we said growing up, or at least our grandmothers used to say that it's a racial statement, but a racially motivated statement. We used to say, worry the black off you. I mean, sometimes it feels like that, you know? That'd be kind of funny though if I heard somebody say, you're wearing the white off me. That's funny, right? Anyway, that's the deal. Oh my goodness. You see why I don't wear makeup? I leave it at lip gloss and nothing more, my darling. I have no way of patting, you know how women with their compress and all you're doing is putting mud on your face, dry mud, and it looks terrible. I like to be able to wipe my face with something dry and without seeing all my hard-earned money in the form of makeup on something I'm about to throw away so soon. Oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You know, a girl in St. Thomas told me once that she never wears makeup except on her eyes and lips. She said, because when I sweat, I can't be afraid to wipe. And it's probably true. She used to do beautiful eye makeup, really beautiful eye makeup. Maybe that's what I ought to do. I don't mind the eyes, but I wear glasses. That's my eye makeup. I have makeup. I just don't wear it very often. If it's not going to be climate controlled in that piece, I'm not going to do it. I see somebody in this room, if not several people. Please hit the like so I know that you're there. Comment, subscribe, and share. I said I was going to go, 7 minutes ago, and I'm still yammering. I guess I'll go now. It's been 44 minutes and counting. Again, self examine, study your partner, read the room, do you. That's the message tonight. Do you. Please. And thank you. All right. That's it for now. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'm going to light some more Palo Santo. Get more clarity in here. Ay, 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 ay. And you notice it doesn't spark and all of that stuff. It doesn't make a mess at all. Doesn't even hardly make a ash. I mean, of course there is ash. It's wood. but I rarely see you're not gonna find a pile of ash and be annoyed by it. Sometimes I just put it in front of a fan so that it'll burn a little longer. But there we go. It's coming. Come on. Come on, Paulo. Give me the Santo. I wonder what the word means. See, it went out. And you can put it in the closet. It doesn't have that stench. I promise you. It's lovely. Your clothes smell fresh. Your bathroom smells fresh. Your bedroom smells fresh. Your whole house smells fresh. But it doesn't have a scent. It freshens, it cleanses, all those things. So that's everything for tonight. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. And thank you for joining me again for the Midnight Oil, the Midnight Palo Santo. I think this is going to be a regular appearance in here. Either that or I'll light the sage. Now the the sage is a little bit on the messy side because it's a bundle wrapped in string, and it does make more ash than Palo Santo. All right, boys and girls, I will talk to y'all later. Have a great night. Think about what we talked about. All right. Talk to you soon. Oh, woo! Did you see that? I almost knocked over the whole thing. I'm sorry. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.